everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about movie magic.
Come on!
I'll try that again. Right here on Wasted Opinions.
Heavens to Betsy, my name is CountryBoy. I'm LewisLightning. Oh, whoa! I'm MussKeg. Whoa, what are you thinking?
I'm a level 38 death captain.
Hey, look who it is! It's the porno guy!
I'll enjoy it, don't get me wrong.
Ooh!
Let's just agree with all each other's picks and we love each other. That's right, today we are talking about movie magic. And what does that mean? We're talking about the things in movies that just make that thing a little more special. You know, the things that they went the extra mile to make something, you know, you're like, how did they do that? You're just wondering. The little, yeah, exactly, little extra touch.
Little details.
Je ne sais quoi, or something like that.
X Factor.
The X Factor, yeah, that works too. You just, whatever things in movies, and maybe we're gonna talk about like maybe how they did some of the movie things that we liked as well too. But before we get into all the movie magic that we know and love, we're gonna introduce ourselves. Starting with the guy to my far right.
You can call me MussKeg, and I'm much better with my shirt on.
I'm LewisLightning, and I bring in women like slop brings in pigs.
I thought you were gonna say you bring in women like shirtless MussKeg does.
Call me a hog because I like them women too. I'm CountryBoy.
Pig thing here. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm the pig thing because you started it.
Well, I started the pig thing?
Be so.
Some might say that.
But let's do a shot while we're here, guys. Cheers.
Pig juice.
Nurse milk.
Tangy.
And does anybody want to start? Is there a volunteer before we get going?
I'll go first then.
Absolutely, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with one that I've always liked because it's something you can't usually do unless you have the right people involved.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2. I call it twin magic. Linda Hamilton is working on the Terminator's head.
It's a deleted scene.
Or I thought you were going to talk about the guard.
It's a deleted scene.
I thought you were going to talk about the Guard brothers with
Also twins, yeah.
Well, she still uses her twin in other scenes, but that's the one that I always think of when that one there.
Well, it's ironic you say that because the one I automatically think of was the Guard twins.
Yeah.
That's like the two brothers.
But Linda,
That was two!
This is magic though. I'd say this is
yeah.
the more magical one.
Linda Hamilton, for those of you who don't know, has a twin sister, identical.
Identical enough to not notice that it's not her.
And I think she's passed away, like currently in the modern day. But at the time, obviously, she had a living twin that was doing this.
Oh, dead. Okay.
I guess there's like a scene. They've done more. I know they did more in the movie, but like the deleted scene that they had in it, where like they have, I can't remember.
T-800.
Yeah, like Arnold, T-800. I can't remember her character's name now. Forget it.
Sarah Connor?
Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor is like working on the back of his exposed cranium, which is like all the metal parts, and you see it from behind his head where you can see it ripped open, and she's like poking around in there.
Yeah.
And she's looking in a mirror, and what you think is a mirror.
Yeah.
It's not really a mirror. It's just an open window into the other side of the set where her, I guess it's her twin. I don't know who's on which side.
It doesn't really matter, yeah, which one is on which side, because you see both of their faces either
And
way.
the real Arnold's sitting there. We're seeing like a prop or whatever in the back of her prop, and her twin's like mimicking what she does, the same thing at the same time. And it just,
Yeah, they just had like a prop head basically on this side here.
Yeah.
And Eddie Furlong is on this side as well too, and there's like a double on the other side of him showing hit the back of his head.
but it just works so well. Like you would never know.
My guess for the twin would be the one that was like working on the prop head. So because you
That would
would
make more sense. You wouldn't see any little differences.
Because the face thing would be you'd want to keep.
I think Linda Hamilton might have
the
been
acting
on the
part
other
of
side.
it too, right? So
Possibly, I don't.
Okay.
It's so seamless.
wow,
I
I've never
always
even
loved that
heard of
one.
that scene. I just I've never even seen it. So interesting.
Yeah, and I know other movies have done that, but this is the one that stands out for me because it's such a famous movie and everything.
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
loves
it's a great
his
one.
twins.
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
You wanna go there, MussKeg?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go with something that kind of came out in. Well, it started off with the Matrix, and I think it was a stylized thing that really did a benefit to action movies, especially action fight scenes later on, and that's the slow motion concept with the camera movement around and everything like that. With this and you know,
camera.
so the first movie I think I remember ever seeing it really used well or done lots in was The Matrix.
That's what everybody would remember.
But then you started seeing it in movies like 300. Started using that speed up, slow down type thing. The Sherlock Holmes movies when he did it.
There's even a similar one in the 28 years later they did with also like some kill cam with the different zombies.
Yeah.
They did like a cool.
So like not only did you get the slow motion to see what's happening and get cool shots and angles and everything like that, but then you also got when they started adding up the speeding up and slowing down, it allowed you to get really more detailed in your fight sequences.
Yeah.
I think. So yeah. That's a piece of movie magic that I like.
Mine is maybe a little more of a subtle one. It's got a bunch of puppets or Muppets, if you will. It's the first Muppet movie, and it's the very beginning of the movie. It's like a slow pan into a swamp, and you see a frog on a log, and he's singing the Rainbow Connection, and he's got a banjo, and you're like, okay, there's literally water all around him, and he's on this log. How did they do that? It's curious. Like, you maybe not have thought of that when you're watching it, but now having seen it a few times, like, that's strange. How did they do that? How did they make him like move and like do the mouth and all that stuff? He's on this log in this water. How did they do that? Apparently, like Jim Henson was actually like, in like this bubble that they had made under the water. Yeah, and he's puppeteering Kermit up above, moving his hand to the banjo, and he has like a little screen inside where he's watching so he can see as things are going on. I was like, that is kind of ingenious and a lot of work for like such a simple little thing that they did.
Yeah. I think it was like I watched a little behind the scenes thing, and I think they said they was in there for like 2 hours at one time. Like, that's such a short scene. The scene's only like maybe 10 minutes, not even that, or like 5. Yeah. And it's like, how could you stay in that long? I mean, take after take after take, obviously. Yeah. But wow.
Rainbow Connection, such a beautiful song. And yeah, it just has got, like, you would think it's just a simple little thing that they did, but it's beautifully done. And I never would have thought they went to that length to make that happen.
I've never seen it, so but I'm gonna check it out.
I think they do all like different angles as well, so you see it's not just like from the front. You actually get a little bit of like a side, so you can see there's nothing behind. It's not like there's a big hole or something.
And there's a lot of things in the Muppets, like even like on bikes and stuff. Like that's kind of crazy how they do that. But this is my favorite thing: is him in a bubble underneath the log in water.
That's crazy.
So this one, I don't know if you want to say it's cheating because it's not really magic. So I added a little bit more spice to this one a little bit.
Okay.
But it's a movie that, frankly, you guys don't talk about enough. It's The Abyss.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie.
Because I've never seen it from beginning to end.
So my big part of this is that they actually drown this rat in like liquid oxygen. I don't know what to call it, liquid oxygen. It's what they call it.
Yeah, it's like this fluid.
But it doesn't drown. Yeah. It starts breathing the liquid in its lungs. Like, and you think, oh, that's just like a trick. Like maybe they had like a fine screen between them where they filled up fluid. No, they did it to the rat. They filled it up on the rat, drowned it in there, but then it just like starts breathing the liquid, and it's a real thing. That was a real thing they did. They didn't do it with the humans in the movie. That's what they did with Ed Harris. That they actually just.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even talk about that movie anymore because he almost felt like he almost drowned.
Yeah,
there's some things on that set.
I was gonna say so. Maybe that's cheating. If it's not really magic, that was just actually
that's
real
great.
stuff.
Like, another James Cameron pick for you too, by the way.
What's my first one?
JC.
I think the CG that he used in The Abyss was kind of a precursor to what they did for the T-1000.
Well, when I was looking it up, I also found like that whole movie. They got a 7.5 million gallon tank of water to film in. It was like an abandoned nuclear reactor or whatever, so that was like the cooling tower, and that was at the time the largest like pool set that's ever been done for all the.
I just fucking love James Cameron because he's this like trucker that wanted to get into movies, and he just does.
Yeah, and the actor spent like 4 months doing like scuba diving training for the movie.
Yeah, Cameron's he's kind of nuts.
So I thought that was movie magic.
I agree.
Okay, well I'm gonna go with. Another kind of more modern series. I mean, now this has been done many other places, but this is where I know it from. The Cornetto trilogy specifically, off Shaun of the Dead, The World's End. The fast editing technique with the close-up shots, whenever something was happening. You know, lots of times to tell a story or to kind of relay it. You would see him repeat a lot of times, but like World's End, it's when they're pouring their drinks every single time. In Hot Fuzz, it's like the sequences at the beginning when he's training to be a cop and everything that. And it's not always the exact same, but he uses this fast, almost, I don't want to say jarring, but this fast, quick editing style to really, and I think the thing is he uses it so often, even with Scott Pilgrim,
versus the World?
Versus the World as well. Something sort of similar.
Okay.
Shaun of the Dead, it's like, we'll go to the Winchester.
Yeah,
I can't remember that.
Yeah, all
go
of
to the
this that I go
Winchester. Kill Phil. Go to the Winchester.
They're all having a drink.
Yeah. Repeating the plans and everything like that. Yeah. I like that cool technique. And one thing I'm glad is, while I'm sure there are some out there, it's not one of those techniques that was copied. You know, where you started seeing everybody.
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
definitely an Edgar Wright feeling thing.
So it stays his thing.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of
The closest
treated
the closest you could maybe say is Guy Ritchie sometimes can get like that.
similar.
But-
He does definitely has his own take
But
on
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You know what? You said Hot Fuzz, so it reminds me of something that kind of has in the same vein. So the Texas switch is a thing that's used in a lot of movies. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when your main actor kind of slightly goes out of frame and then someone replaces him, like a stunt double of some sort. So like there's a few examples I can think of right now, like Forrest Gump is one of them where he's running and he's getting chased by the bullies in the car, and then the car kind of swings by, and then all of a sudden you can see Forrest Gump is like 30 miles down the road. Not 30 miles, but he's a lot further than he would be if it was actually him. It'd be 30 meters, yeah, realistically. And then another one is like from Hot Fuzz, is when Simon Pegg's going over the fences, which is an ongoing joke. And then near the end, he does like a freaking somersault flip. Yeah, it's obviously not Simon Pegg because he did a Texas switch over one of the fences. Yeah. And then the last example I'll say is one of my favorites. It's from Naked Gun. Is when Leslie Nielsen he's in a house and something's wrong, so he's like jumps behind like a couch, and all of a sudden the guy pops up and does like a backflip or something like that, and then he pops up again, and then you see him like go behind another piece of furniture and stuff like that. It's clearly not Leslie Nielsen because he's doing these somersaults and flips, but it's done in such a comedic way. I love that they did it. It's something like
sometimes they don't do a good text. Well, I guess it's not a Texas switch if like it's just an edit thing. Like I'm thinking an example. Footloose when he's dancing his anger away or whatever, and it'll like cut to like the gymnast doing the actual thing. I don't think I don't know if that counts as a Texas switch.
A Texas switch usually means one long take.
Okay, then no, it doesn't count for that. Yeah.
Right. That's more of a quick edit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nice.
I'm gonna go with a little bit like it's the earliest in the 90s you can get without going to the 80s. Another Schwarzenegger film. Total Recall.
Okay.
There's quite a few actually different makeup and prosthetic things they do. Well, the nose one is one.
That was real.
The fat lady suit where it opens up.
That freaked me out when I was a kid, actually.
Or when he's like depressurizing on like the surface of Mars and his face.
His face.
Yeah.
What about Quato?
Quato. Like they had a lot of great prosthetics, makeup, and everything.
Guys like just opens his shirt and like.
I was watching a thing about it when I was researching this. Like some people thought it was an actual Siamese twin that way. I'm like, hey, you're pretty fucking dumb. I like that. But it's like nostril like seals shit at times. It's like there's no way that's real. But yeah, like those effects are like they're very like lifelike.
Yeah.
I think maybe like at times when he makes like a really exaggerated face. Yeah. Okay, maybe they went a little bit too far there with it. But like
definitely a better head than Terminator 1 when he's like fixing his eye. The effects there aren't nearly as good as they are in Total Recall.
I think like it actually helps in some of the scenes, like when he's like depressurizing on the surface of Mars. Yeah, his face is exaggerated, but you just assume that's because of his face, like just
the lack of oxygen.
I like that. I watched that movie a lot when I was a kid, surprisingly. I need to rewatch that.
3 tits.
Yeah, that's why he's gonna
chick with 3 boobs. How do we not bring that up at all?
Exactly. We just did.
Because that was real.
If you could sleep with one woman from anything, who would you pick? Easy answer. Chick with 3 boobs from Total Recall. Yeah, if you know one's fake, I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit more artsy fartsy here. I'm a big cinematography buff. I don't know if you guys know this. Roger Deakins probably being my favorite, and we're going to go to a Roger Deakins movie specifically to talk about cinematography. A very slow burn, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, shot in Alberta, Fort Edmonton Park, and a lot of stuff in southern Alberta. Great movie, well written. It is slow, paced, very slow paced, but the cinematography in that movie and the shots that they do.
The train.
Or so that's the one that I think of immediately. Jesse James standing on the train track on top of I think something.
It's foggy.
It's foggy a little bit. He's got a lantern, and then all you see is him being basically front lit. I think you'd call it.
Well, yeah, the train is coming
coming
towards him, and the
camera's
camera behind him.
So it's just his silhouette.
Yeah, it's silhouette of him. Yeah,
but like
on like a pile.
And Roger Deakins has done other great stuff like Blade Runner 2049. 2049 is what it's called? Yeah.
2049, yeah, the one with the Ryan Gosling.
He's just the best out there, but that's the one movie specifically that I do, and I guess you could maybe stretch this out to movie magic. The things I like are really well used cinematography styles to capture things. Like this isn't necessarily something in Jesse James, but you go to, I don't know, tell me if this is double dipping into something else, but like when they'll do the thing where they're moving the camera towards somebody, but they're also pulling the zoom back.
Oh,
like in Jaws.
Yeah.
Or in horror movies when they're trying to scare you.
The dolly zoom.
The dolly zoom.
Yeah,
sure,
that happens. Yeah, like when there's like a sense of fear in their eyes, or something like that. That's a good way to do that. Even like the Bugs Life movie that did that with the.
I feel bad. That maybe could have been just one topic on its own, but you know, it's still.
those are definitely two different things you're talking about.
Yeah,
but no, those are both good picks.
For sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna go to a movie called Inception. I don't know if anybody here likes that movie or not, but one of my favorite parts of the movie is the whole hallway fight scene.
Oh, great one!
Absolutely love just the practicality of it.
That's a good one.
Having Joseph Gordon-Levitt and this other dude like fighting in this hallway is literally turning as they're fighting. They had to like practice this so they could be on the walls, or they're on the ceiling, and all that stuff. And then they had like 3 different versions of the hallway. So they had like a vertical one, like a horizontal one, so they could like go up and down for like the wire works, like the zero gravity part as well too. Plus they also did like another room as well too, when they like fall into the room, so like tilt that room as well too. So I absolutely love that part of the movie because it is done so practically and so well. Like it's such a fun moment.
And it could have so easily been done with CGI too.
Exactly, they could have done that with CGI nowadays. But knowing Christopher Nolan, you know that guy, he loves doing things the hard way, and I appreciate him for that because that really grounds that movie and makes this that much more special. Like this is one of those moments that it just definitely makes just that much more awesome.
I gotta say, on my bucket list is being in one of those rotating rooms. I just want to experience that once.
Oh yeah?
A room that goes around and you can see that.
Yeah.
Walk it.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I also want to go in one of those rooms where it's like zero gravity.
Yeah,
so
me too.
It's like those flights that do that, or
I guess that's
it'd be a flight. It wouldn't be like
yeah.
the wind machines.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
flights.
go did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
So I think you got one more. I think we're doing right.
Is it me or is it
Lewis?
Me? Oh, okay.
You started, so.
Yeah, I was thinking Craig was the last one. But anyways, this is a simple one. It's something you could, if you really want to put in the effort, you could probably do it at home. But I like that they went to this extreme to do it in the movie. Be Kind, Rewind. Jack Black, he gets this like coveralls for the two of them as they're trying to break into like
what an unnecessary moment.
an electrical like, facility or something.
Yeah.
They're gonna climb this fence on the ladder, and
this makes no sense.
he has it all planned out. He knows what's gonna happen, and like as they're climbing this ladder, these cops pull up at just the right moment. That if they stand still with their backs to them, what he drew on the back of their uniforms matches perfectly with this chain link fence. Like there's like a sign and graffiti on the wall,
no sense,
and it matches. It's done so well.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
That's an underrated movie. I think it might have been one of our hidden gems.
Then you're magnetized.
But yeah, I just love that scene. It's a simple little thing, but to do it practically and whatever, it's just so
At first you're watching, you're like, what the hell was on? Like, you don't even know what the hell's going on until they literally stop perfectly in place. Like, oh, come on, that's ridiculous.
And I mean, I didn't watch the behind the scenes, but I wondered, like, did they paint them when they were there?
They had to.
They did it, yeah. I thought you were just going to talk about how they made the movies, basically.
There's a lot of practicality in those, the magic of those movies.
Like, on your grave.
Yeah, Mufasa, I'm gonna piss on your grave. I don't think I said that in the movie. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Okay, well then, last one thing we haven't really talked about, I think it's something that you see in lots of movies, I'm gonna pick a specific one, but costume design. Good movies, a lot of the times some movie magic can come just from outstanding, and I always prefer when it's just out of nowhere costume design and ideas. Like, wow, I would never have thought for something.
The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element is the movie I want to talk about. The costume design in that movie, like Ruby Rod's layout.
Sword with the weird
hair that for some reason oil or whatever blood starts to leak from him. You know, the outfits on the McDonald's servers or the stewardesses.
Even Lilu, like with her white shirt and then like the orange straps.
And how the straps were like almost part of like the machine that she was in and such. And,
that.
And even like the scientist, there's just so many odd looking things and designs that to the point where the priests almost look like the most normal ones. Except for you get that one weird young priest who's got that weird haircut that just doesn't make any sense. So. Good costume design is something that can make a movie in and of itself. So The Fifth Element has that to a T.
Yeah, it does. It's such a unique movie, which I feel like if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Yeah, and just like even with Bruce Willis, like just bleaching his hair, right? Yeah. That's something so you wouldn't think about, but it just
exactly.
Like those coolers. What? You did that commercial? Isn't that him? They did the cooler for commercial or? Commercial for cooler drinks. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, with Bruce Willis.
I'm thinking like Brisk Iced Tea when they did like those.
What do you mean, Barks has played?
I'll look it up afterwards and we'll go through it in if I'm right.
Okay. Maybe I don't know. So I guess the last one I'll say is from the Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro. I love this guy's style. Awesome.
I had some Guillermo ideas on mine as well.
The very beginning of the Shape of Water, the early credits. It shows like the main actress's her apartment room, and it looks like it's underwater. And all these things like her furniture and everything is floating. Turns out this is like practically done. Like they literally had these things on wires. They had specific lights and a bit of fog showing, so it looks like it's underwater. The only thing they really did to make it not actually the only CGI they did add to it, is a little bit like some fish swimming around, some bubbles. Otherwise, like her floating, she was on wires. I think they made her hair maybe float a little bit too.
She masturbating?
She does not in that scene. She was like sleeping in the very beginning.
Okay.
But yeah, I just love that they did that so practically. You wouldn't think that. You think that'd be all CGI, but all these things just floating in the air. It looks like it's underwater, but it really, literally isn't.
It's a great movie. If I was talking about Guillermo, I was going to talk about Pan's Labyrinth and such, but yeah. No, nice.
I don't know if you guys want to do an extra throw in there or not, or if we're just going to call it right there. Do you have an extra one or not?
I mean, I think we're
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No time.
That's it. That's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like, subscribe, hit some comments down below, all that stuff. But before we go, where can we find each other?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, PSN, TikTok.
Is magic's happening?
MussKeg.
As good as left as his right.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say it's not as good with his shirt on.
I'm LewisLightning. You can find me on Twitch and on YouTube. LewisLightning is all one word, and there's some gameplay videos on both those.
And I'm on Twitch, Twitter, PSN, TikTok, Letterboxd. Find me somewhere as CountryBoy_9, also known as CountryBoy9er, right there. Where I unbox stuff like this. It's Metaluna Mutant. That's right, on YouTube.
From what?
It's from This Island Earth. It's an old movie from 1955. It's pretty cool movie.
Some movie magic right there.
It is. There is some movie magic in that movie. But that's gonna do it. So we'll see you guys later.
Adios, amigos.
I like it. I like it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about...
Okay. Suck it in a bit.
movie magic!
Come on!
I'll try that again.
Shirt on fast. Time's running.
Shirt's still off.
Come on! Come on!
Come on!
Right.
Right here on Wasted Opinions. There, I think that'd be kind of fun
That'd be
to
good.
splice together.
To edit, yeah.
Okay.